Oh, man.
Welcome to The Know, I'm Brian. It looks like Naughty Dog could be losing another of Uncharted's creative directors. 7-year veteran Shauna Skye, who most recently served as the creative director on the Uncharted 4 expansion, Lost Legacy, is now leaving the company to work at Crystal Dynamics. If that developer sounds familiar, it's because they're the Tomb Raider guys. Oh, and they also happen to be developing that Avengers game for Square Enix and Marvel, which Skye also teased on his Instagram, so that could be cool. Skye bid his co-workers farewell on Twitter, and he wrote, "Left Behind, Uncharted 4 were fleeting, and Uncharted The Lost Legacy pushed my creative growth even further. I will miss all my dogs." That's a great sign-off. I'll miss all my dogs. Is the mother of all hacks soon coming to the Nintendo Switch? That's what one outfit is claiming. Team Executor, the group behind some notorious hardware mods that enabled piracy for the Xbox and the Xbox 360, they're now teasing that, they got a hack coming for the Switch in the spring, and it apparently works with any version of the system's firmware. Plus, it'll be unfixable by Nintendo, they say, and totally future-proof. What kind of unicorn hack is this shit? This announcement from Executor, man, hacking groups have the coolest names, P.S. It comes after some other recent Switch hacking news. You might remember a group in Germany showed off a homebrew that works for the system's 3.0 firmware when it's packaged with Pokken Tournament DX. So, looks like we got an arms race for who can hack the Switch, which, that could open the door for piracy on the system. Monster Hunter World's console release date is coming up quickly later this month, and now we finally got a little bit more of an idea of what we can expect when we play it on PC. Producer Ryozo Sugimoto said in a new Twitter video, "We're working hard on it right now. We're aiming for an autumn 2018 release." It sounds so much nicer when you say autumn. We'll update you with more details later, and thank you for your patience. No other clues about whether or not there'll be some major differences in the PC version, but at least we got a release window finally. PS4 and Xbox One players can jump into Monster Hunter World on January 26th, so that'll be sweet. Monster Hunter rules. If you thought Brendan Green was mad about copycats before, just wait. It looks like the hero shooter Paladins, which has already been criticized for being an Overwatch copycat, has also decided to copycat PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. Almost literally. Hi-Res Studios just announced that Paladins is getting its very own Battle Royale mode, making it the first ever hero shooter Battle Royale game. So the setup, you know it by this point, 100 players, massive maps, everybody's trying to be number one. Oh, and it's called Paladins Battlegrounds. Did they just cut and paste? Yeah, so move over PUBG, because now we've got a PUBG. If you don't like that joke, Eddy wrote it. So the lower sixth are mine. Those are the one I wrote. Steam's annual award winners for 2017 have been announced. The awards, as voted by PC Gaming's finest, whoever that is. Who is that? Is there like an Academy Awards for PC? It took place across there were some pretty crazy categories. Overall, the top honors, we think, went to Battlegrounds, which took home the awards for Mom's Spaghetti, which, did they beat Papa Doc in a battle rap at the end of 8 Mile? I don't. No, I think it means the game that you just can't get out of your head, which that makes sense. Battlegrounds was awesome. Other winners were The Witcher 3 in the Choices Matter category, about choices. Warframe in the Labor of Love category, which I guess means it likes its job, and Cuphead in the Even Better Than I Expected category. That makes sense. There's a whole list of them if you want to take a look. Some of them go to older games like Stardew Valley, Rocket League, Rise of the Tomb Raider, and even Gary's Mod, which I think I went to high school with Gary's Mod. That's how old it is. It looks like a world Tetris record was recently broken by accident. Yeah. Oh yeah, this dude's really fucking good at Tetris. His name is Twitch streamer Jonas Nubbins-Goody Neubauer, and he set a new record on NES Tetris by accident when he was going for something completely different. He was actually trying to set a speed record for clearing 100 lines, and in the middle of doing so, he just kind of noticed that he had hit 300,000 points pretty quickly. Then he kept on going. Well, his attempt ended, and people in chat were telling him that he had broken the record for reaching 300,000 points. He did it in just 1 minute and 57 seconds. That's apparently the first time anybody did it in under 2 minutes, which is awesome. So he realized what he had done and he like jumped up. He's like, "Are you kidding me? Accidental world record." And then he got excited. But yeah, that's how you know when you're really good at a game. When you're like, I didn't even mean to do that. I was just accidentally awesome. It looks like a beta for Metal Gear Survive is coming this month, but there's a catch. It's only for consoles. The beta starts January 18th on PS4 and Xbox One. It's going to last 3 days, but yeah, it's not going to come to PC. But if you're interested, it'll include 3 missions across 2 maps. There's going to be 4-player co-op available. If you participate, your save data won't carry over, but you get some like in-game rewards. You get a nameplate, a Metal Gear Rex head, and a bandana for your character. So keep your hair out of your eyes. That's important when you're killing people. The full game will release February 20th. Was the Dark Knight going to appear in the Han Solo movie? What the fuck kind of crossover would that have been? Chewie, we've got this guy over here. He's speaking like this. They should cut that if that was in the movie. But yeah, Christian Bale confirmed in a recent interview that he was, in fact, in talks to appear in the Han Solo standalone movie featuring everybody's favorite smuggler. On the Happy, Sad, Confused podcast, Bale was asked about the rumors last year that he was going to appear in the movie, and he said, yes, it was very tempting. And then he said, there was discussion. I hope there will be future discussions. So yeah, you might remember last year it was reported that he was considered for the role of Beckett, who was the kind of mentor to young Han Solo. That went to Woody Harrelson instead, but we'll see if Christian Bale pops up elsewhere in the Star Wars universe. That would be kind of awesome. In the meantime, Solo, a Star Wars story, releases in theaters May 25th, so get your Star Wars fix on. And despite less than stellar reviews, it looks like we're going to get a sequel to Bright. It's going to happen. Netflix approved a sequel to the cop/orc/fantasy universe movie. It's going to bring back Will Smith, Joel Edgerton, and director David Ayers. But apparently Max Landis, who wrote the original screenplay, he ain't fucking coming back. Ayers going to take over the script writing. Netflix announced the sequel in a video that showed like a number of people auditioning for orcs. And it even gave some suggested titles like Bright 2, Brighter, or Orcs Gone Wild. Yeah, I don't want to see orcs going wild at all. No orc boobs. Bright, you might remember it released just, a couple weeks ago, December 22nd, and it had a budget of $90 million, so it was a pretty big investment by Netflix. Critics did not like it. It only got 28% on Rotten Tomatoes, but you know what? Fuck the critics. It's done well on Netflix. It's currently the #1 movie on the streaming service in more than 190 countries, so hey, you know what? Viewers speak louder than reviews. Good for you, Bright. Speaking of movies, it looks like the shakeup at DC Films continues. Variety reports that Warner Brothers is promoting Walter Hamada to oversee comic book movies. He's going to replace John Berg and Jeff Johns, the latter of whom will remain at DC. He's still going to be president and chief creative officer, but he's not going to be involved in films. Hamada, previously, he was a production executive at New Line, which is also part of Warner Brothers, and he was involved with movies like It and The Gallows. So it's no secret why this is happening. DC has had some hits like Wonder Woman, but they've struggled with some other movies like Justice League. So it makes sense that they'd want to shake things up. So hopefully things will turn out, hopefully they'll get it, back on track, because man, there's some awesome DC characters that really deserve a shot. Like, we need another Green Lantern movie. I got a wish list. We can talk about this later. All right, that's all the news we got for today. For all your news from every corner of the internet, like this video, subscribe to The Know. This announcement from Executor comes after, am I saying that? Fuck. Did I say it right the first time?
Yeah,
okay. Names, P.S. It comes after some other recent Switch hacking news when a group in Germany showed a homebrew that works with the 3.0 firmware package with Pock and fuck that up. Let me try that.